It's no wonder the man who permanently changed the sleep of the whole world was not much of a sleeper himself. He thought sleep was a waste of time and slept as little as possible. Little did he know that generations would follow this train of thought, causing an epidemic of sleep disorders. Don't get me wrong, so much good has come from the development of the light bulb, but as with most reformations, some challenges have followed. Let's talk a little bit about what the world of sleep looked like prior to Thomas Edison's development of the light bulb. Evidence suggests that during long, dark winter months, our ancestors did what we know as two sleeps at night. They would go to bed around 8:30 and sleep for 3 or 4 hours, followed by a 3 or 4 hour period of wakefulness, then another stretch of sleep of about 8 hours. It's astounding to think how far we've deviated from this pattern of sleep. The question we should be asking is what caused us to deviate so drastically from this pattern of sleep, and how is it affecting our health? So, what does blue light do to our bodies? Children, parents, and infants are increasingly exposed to more and more light during dark hours, which have affected our sleep patterns. And not just any light, blue light. You see, we all are made out of wave particles. Our very being is made out of wave particles that oscillate at different frequencies. Blue light specifically is a higher energy light that is able to penetrate through to the back of our eye into the retina. In the retina, there are cells called primitive ganglion cells. 2% of these primitive ganglion cells are photosensitive. It's blue light that triggers these ganglion cells. These cells send their signal onto our brain's suprachiasmatic nuclei, which is a small collection of brain cells in our hypothalamus, and is the home of our main circadian rhythm system. Before the light bulb, our wakefulness during the night would be facilitated by candlelight or fire. Fire and candlelight are in the red light range, which is a lower energy light and does not interrupt sleep like light from electronics, night lights, and really any other light in the home. The reason for this is blue LEDs are energy efficient and cheaper to produce. Thus, any gadget with an illuminated display will be producing blue light. Though, if the intensity is high enough, any color light exposure can suppress melatonin. According to Alan Burdick, the author of Why Time Flies, vegetable strength and dexterity is compromised when exposed to light or darkness at the wrong times. Even the nutrition of the vegetable is compromised when the vegetable is exposed to complete darkness or light nonstop. How much more can a complex human being be influenced by light compared to a vegetable? An experiment that involved a small patch of skin behind the knee exposed to light during night resulted in disrupted sleep due to the exposed light during interrupting the circadian rhythm. Even light exposure at night to a small part of our skin influences our circadian rhythm. Unnatural amounts of light at night cause not only immediate hormonal levels to be influenced, but also cause many, if not all, systems in our body that operate on a circadian rhythm to be influenced as well. This is not a small thing. Though unnatural light exposure does not hurt, the effects are unending if not dealt with over time. When we speak about infants naturally having wakings at night, which they do we ever touch on the fact that moms often have lights on in the bedroom while nursing? Do we ever talk about the intensity or color of the light used while nursing at night? Do we ever talk about what times lights are out in the house at night? Do we ever talk about the effects of stress on the mom and ultimately the child when unnatural exposure to blue light happens? If we are truly talking about holistic health for the family, we must discuss the effects of blue light and its influence on stress on each individual's body, hormones, and mental health. So let's talk practically. What can we do about this? Lights should be dimmed an hour before bedtime. Because we are in an area of the world where sunlight varies depending on the season, choosing a consistent and reasonable time in which light is dimmed will help your body work on a rhythm. When one must be awake during sleep hours, a dim, red or orange light should be used. An electronic candle, dimly lit salt lamp or a night light or lamp using a red light bulb are great options. Using blue light blocking apps on your electronic devices can be helpful if you need to get work done during night hours. During the summer months and in the city, blockout shades are a great way to block out street lights and such. Avoid driving an hour before your bedtime, as headlights are intensely bright for one's eyes. If you are a night shift worker and alertness isn't crucial for your line of work, wearing blue light blocking glasses can be incredibly helpful, such as these. Upon waking and all through the day until nearing bedtime, exposure to natural sunlight during the day encourages wonderfully natural daytime hormones that are crucial to setting your bodily rhythm. The rhythm of our bodies should be something that is honored and not abused. The ripple effect of something we do not consider to be harmful is in fact contributing to illness in our generation, both mentally and physically. Let us open our eyes to the ramifications of unhealthy habits that we have adopted to be normal. That's it for this episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you found this helpful. Check the links in the description for references and related resources on this topic. If you haven't yet, sign up for my free video called 3 Things You Need to Know Before You Sleep Train Your Child. And if you'd like a step-by-step guide on getting your child to sleep, check out my affordable course called Get the Sleep and Lose the Tears, which features several health practitioners and a growing community of parents. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.